Welcome to my site tour. I'm really excited to walk through all 6 assignments from the course Ways of Seeing, which is the Q for the Media and Communication major at Muhlenberg. These are all assignments for this course. So let's just dive right in. I first want to talk about the layout of my site. I have my name up here. That would bring you to the home menu, which I'm still working on designing a proper page because I'm trying to figure out what I want to have there. I haven't quite decided right now. I think it's just a picture of my face similar to this one, and then a plethora of video projects I have worked on because I'm very into filmmaking and stuff. So that is primarily what my site has on it. But as you see on the top menu, we have all of the assignments for this course. They're organized by type. We'll start here with the Ways of Seeing text assignment, and we'll work our way through all of them. Our first stop, like I said, is our text assignment. I delve into John Peters' The Marvelous Cloud and his idea of communication as something that goes beyond just the human language. Peter challenges us to rethink communication not just as speech or writing, but as a broader environmental and cosmic process. This was a huge revolution for me. It opened up more inclusive definition of communication. I think it's really interesting. Like, there's things we just take for granted all the time. We don't really think about it. So I wrote a nice little reflection here. We also used Markdown to add the bold, the italicized bits, and the headings. I have this quote here from the reading: communication is not simply a matter of human symbols or language. It takes an environmental and cosmic process in which we partake, which it really held a lot to me. I won't go into all that I say. If you're interested, you can go check out my WordPress site. You're watching this through my WordPress site or through my YouTube. So depending on where you're watching it, I will have a link in the description of the YouTube video to the site, or you're already on it and you're able to navigate through. But if you want to give it a full read, go for it. So that's the text assignment. This definitely carries over into some other assignments we did throughout this course. So if you see overlap in what I'm talking about, it's cool to see how this all carries over. It's not just a one and done assignment. It's stuff that stays with you. The next assignment was the image assignment. The assignment was for us to take a quote from one of our readings and turn it into a movie poster. We were talking a lot during the course about how we feel the need to photograph and video everything as a way to remember that we were there. So when I saw this quote, proof I was there, in the reading Screen Memories by Kelly Pendergrast, it really resonated with me because it relates back to things I struggle with. I struggle with these concepts sometimes that I'm like, I don't need to be filming all the time and recording, but I feel like if I don't take a picture or a video of some fun event that I was at, it will be like I was never there. And a lot of people, again, if you go another layer, they have to post it. I've been pretty good about not needing to post every single thing, but I do still post quite a lot of things. I think living in the moment is such an important thing, and when you're going around making sure to video and post, it's like you're focused on what the media thinks of you instead of you just living your life in general. So that's something I struggle with, especially we talked a lot about going to concerts, feeling the need to photograph and video everything. Here's my poster. It is a woman on the beach, and the wind is blowing all these photos behind her as if they are a trail left behind from her journey through life. They're all the same picture, but it just goes to show how many pictures are taken of this exact moment. It's not just one, it's hundreds of photos. And it's so true. When I go through my camera roll, every time there's a major thing going on in my life, you can just see a plethora of pictures on it. But it's cool because I can go through my camera roll and see my journey through life and what I've been up to. And go back through time and relive those memories. But it also takes away from me being very present in these moments, because I go back and I'm like, oh, I just remember taking videos. I remember taking these photos instead of remember being there and in the space. So it's something I'm working towards, and I would say this is honestly my favorite assignment from this semester because of how much I really resonated and related to it. Up next, we had our audio assignment. We were responding to a speech by Walter. So this was such an interesting speech to talk about and go back through and really analyze and discuss. I talked a little bit about how he talks about how writing is a technology, and that's something we completely overlook every day. We take writing for granted. I write all the time. I'm texting my friends. I'm commenting on a post. I'm writing a paper. I'm taking notes in class. Back way, way, way long ago, that was not a thing. You couldn't do that. You couldn't write down things. You could only talk and communicate, and that's how things got lost through history. There's stuff we will never know that occurred way back because there was no way of documenting it. There was no documentation process, and they didn't have any audio recorders either, so it's not like they could even record them talking. So it literally, without writing, there was no way of sharing anything with each other, which is insane. So here's a little clip of a little bit what I spoke about. It makes sense. In a world without writing, everything you know has to be in your head. You've got to remember everything. Stories, knowledge, culture, all of it is stored in memory. But once writing comes along, it's like, hey, let's free up some brain space. Suddenly, you don't have to rely solely on memory anymore. This one was definitely really interesting to me. And I don't explore a lot of audio editing, so it was very nice to get into that and strengthen my skills on that, because I've had internships where I've had to edit audio, and this helped me practice so I can be even better, because I know it was a little bit of a struggle bus for me, but I want to be well versed in all the different forms of media, so I'm very, very grateful to have been able to work on that. The next one was our video assignment. For this assignment, we were tasked with going through an advertisement of some sort, maybe from the Super Bowl, but it didn't have to be from the Super Bowl. I did choose one from that though. And we had to analyze it. So I chose the Squarespace ad from the Super Bowl featuring Zendaya. That was Sally Sells Seashells by the Seashore. It took a play on that classic tongue twister to do the advertisement. It was like Sally selling seashells by the seashore, but it could be even better if she had a website, which is a very clever way of taking something classic that we really resonate and remember, because we grew up with saying this tongue twister over and over again, and we've heard it countless of times, and turning it into a fun way of relating it to their website. I really love it when people do that. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and and a lot of YouTubers have sponsorships and ads. So my favorite ones are the ones that find a clever way of incorporating it within what the video topic is, whatever I'm watching. So that way it doesn't feel like out of place. It like really fits with the overall video. And so I felt like they did a similar thing here, but with the tongue twister instead of a video topic. I really just loved the way they did that. I remember watching this ad for the first time. I don't remember a lot of ads because I usually don't pay attention to them. I usually look away, or I go to the bathroom during an ad break. And nowadays with streaming services, there's fewer and fewer ads. So I really don't have a lot of ads that I'm thinking about all the time, but this one really did stick with me. And I think they just did such an excellent job. Here's a little clip if you want to see.
Her seashells didn't sell so well.
Shucks.
So, Sally set up a seashell store on Squarespace. And soon, her seashells started selling.
Another really fun assignment to work on, because I was always wondering, like, why is this such an impactful commercial? Why did this stick with me? So it was interesting to dive deep into that and figure out why it was so important. So lastly, we have the meme assignment. This was our last assignment. This one was super chill and super fun. We had to create a meme that meant something. Memes are they've been such a timeless thing since they've been invented. Like, they've evolved in how memes are shared and like how the format of memes, but the old classic meme is image, text on top, text on bottom. When you think of memes, like, that is the origin, that is like a classic, like, you will call that a meme. Everyone is like agrees that is a meme, whether it's funny or not. So I went through and I thought about the evolution of memes and how they've changed over time. And so I came up with this meme, which is a tomb being opened up, and out appears all these old memes, which is crazy to say old. They're not that old, because memes honestly haven't been around for that long, because the internet has not been around for that long. But from the early 2000s, these were some classic memes. We have Doge, the evolution meme, Grumpy Cat, this thinking dinosaur, I don't really know what it means, and then Nyan Cat, and then this giant troll face, which this was just everywhere. And I don't know what the origins are, but that is what you think of when you think of memes, or at least that's what I think of. I basically made it so it's like this archaeological discovery of all these old memes and what we thought about in that time and what we thought was funny. And I wrote, discovering the memes of the early internet era. Our ancestors truly were chaotic. I think this is funny because ancestors, it was like 10 years ago, but truly the internet has changed and evolved so much since then. We have such different styles of humor and different styles of memes that we share nowadays. I went through the things I'm sharing on TikTok to my friends, the things I'm sharing on Instagram, just in person, the things I'm quoting with my friends and referencing. It's no longer these memes, it's all these new things, and they're very different. But there will always be these classics that people will remember. I wonder what will be in this tune in the future. And 10 years time, the things I'm talking about today are going to be in the tune, which is crazy. And they'll join our friends like Grumpy Cat, who is still honestly classic. And that kind of brings us to the end of our site and all of our assignments. It was such a wonderful class, and I loved all these assignments. They were all so impactful and meaningful. They really helped me reflect on things that I would overlook absolutely in everyday life. That's why I love this major. That's why it's something I'm very passionate about, is just seeing like the in-depth of how communication and media really has changed and how we take things for granted. And I loved getting to go through every single type of media. For image, I've only ever made posters for my comedy group. Audio, again, my internship, I worked a little bit on a podcast. Memes, I've maybe made like a couple for some friends. I honestly have not gotten into that a lot in a meaningful way. Text, I've written a lot of things for class, but it's always good to strengthen that. And I loved how we used the text assignment to also learn how to use Markdown, so I got to learn a new skill through that too. And then the video assignment, I got to analyze an advertisement that I've been thinking about for a while. So I'm really grateful to have used all these medias, and video is definitely like my heart and soul, where I want to focus my career, but all of these are crucial in having that career, because you need all of these. Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming to my site. Feel free to explore. Again, link in the description for accessing all this. You can give a full listen to my audio, full look at the image and the meme. The text you can read through, and the video you can watch all the way through. Thank you so much for listening. Actually, I could go on for hours about this. It's been a wonderful semester. Thank you so much.